Peace and blessings to all my brothers and sisters in Christ. This is Brother Ski, your brother in Christ from the Jude 24 and 25 channel. Just wanted to come on here and let you know about a dream I had. Before I tell you the dream, I want to give you a warning. Here's the warning. Deception is coming. Deception is coming. Deception is coming. I just want to make sure you get that loud and clear. So be on the lookout. Here's what happened in the dream. It was a regular dream. There was nothing special about it. Next thing you know, the dream switched. I'm pretty sure you all know what I mean. You're in one place, then you're in another place. Well, I ended up in like what I can describe as a castle. It was like a castle setting. It looked a little gloomy and a little dark. I didn't see any lights or anything like that, but it was like a castle setting. And I knew it was like a castle setting because the way the steps looked. There was these stairs. Now, there was like a group of stairs that you can walk on, and then there's a platform right there where you can like stand up, and I think there was like a table over there or something. I can't really remember. And once you walk up these little steps to this platform, there's a table over here, and then there's a group of steps. There's a set of steps on the other side. Like, as soon as you go up the platform and you're at that little altar, I don't know why the word altar keeps coming up to me, but I don't know if it was a table or an altar there. I really don't remember. I really don't. All I remember is there was a group of steps where you can walk straight up and you can be wherever you want to be. But me, I was just standing there looking at these steps and this altar. Okay, so next thing you know, Jesus walks in. Now, I've seen Jesus before. If you looked at any of my videos, I've seen Jesus before. I'm just going to tell you the dream and I'll fill in the blanks later. Okay, so Jesus walks in. Now, this Jesus, he looks like the Jesus you would see on any Jesus movie. You know, long hair and all of that, white dude or whatever. There's nothing wrong with Jesus being white. If you're the same Jesus that died on the cross for my sins, I don't care what color you are. All lives matter. So, this Jesus walks in. Excuse me. And it's like he doesn't even know I'm there. It's like he walks right by me. He walks up those little steps and he's on this platform. Now, I don't know if he was near a table or an altar, like I said. I don't know. I really don't know, and I really don't want to say. I don't want to say yes. I don't want to say no because I don't want to be lying. But I remember him standing up there, and I made myself a. I put like a mental note in my head. I said the next time I have a dream, a prophetic dream, and if I'm in the presence of God, I'm going to talk to him, or I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to interact. Oh man. And I had a dream before where I actually heard God's voice. And I was like, God, where are you? And he was like, I'm right here, or here I am, something like that. And I said, I love you. And he said, I love you too. And right at that moment, I began to speak in tongues in my dream. So I knew that was the Lord. But in this dream, this Jesus, he just acted like he didn't know I was there. I mean, really, it's like he didn't know I was there. So I made this promise, like I'm going to interact, I'm going to speak, I'm going to try to control my dream basically. So I said to this Jesus character, I said, I love you. He said nothing, nothing at all, didn't even look in my direction. Then I said, forgive me. And he said nothing. Like, it's like he didn't even know I was there. Matter of fact, I think he may have been picking up something off this table or something, or something, but it's like he didn't acknowledge me at all. And right after I said that, he began walking up these steps. And I think I began to follow up the steps after him, and then the dream ended. Okay, here's what I mean by deception is coming. That was not Jesus. That was not Jesus. For one thing, he had none of the characteristics of Jesus, and not just characteristics, but fruits. Okay, the description of him, it wasn't the description from Revelations. Like, just so you know, I'm not looking for, like I said, I don't care what color Jesus is, but they said, like, in Revelation, he had, like, dark skin or whatever. Don't worry, y'all, I'm not being a black Hebrew Israelite. You know, you won't catch me dead with those dudes. Well, yeah, you'll probably catch me dead, because I'm not going to agree to anything they say. Twisting the Bible and all that stuff. I'm not into that. So, I don't care what Jesus is, but his appearance, that's what I want to talk about. You can't judge a book by its cover. But his appearance, that was the first thing. Like I said, he looks like the Jesus from the movies. And, you know, he had the long hair, it was like brownish. You know, the regular Jesus you see in the movie. His robe. Now, his robe, I don't know if it wasn't like dirty as far as I can tell, but it wasn't bright either. Okay, now the reason I'm saying that is because when I saw Jesus in my dream, when I saw him, I didn't see his face at all. I was blinded by his glory. I mean, he was light. I mean, every part of him was light. I mean, he was just shining. I mean, it was this awesome glow. And as for his robe, when I saw Jesus in my dream, not the dream that I'm talking about now, but the other dream before, he had on, like, he was shining. His body was glowing. He was all light. But I could tell, like, it was a man, and he held the staff and all. And I could see the outline of him, like hair and things like that. But I couldn't see his face. It's like every part of him was glowing. And the robe he wore, it was the most cleanest robe you would ever see in your life. Have you ever like seen like an article of clothing, a coat, a jacket or something? You like, man, I like that. That thing is, man, that's bad. That's how this robe was, times a million. This robe was bright, it was shining, but it wasn't as bright as him. I can tell the robe, and the robe had some shine to it, but the shine coming from Jesus was just the ultimate. Okay, so the Jesus in this dream that I recently had, which I had like 3 days ago, I'm sorry I didn't mention that. He didn't have that. He didn't have that that robe. Okay, so let's disregard the robe and let's disregard that he wasn't light like I seen him before in my other dream. Let's look at his fruits. I said to this Jesus in this dream, I love you. He said nothing. Hey, look, if you say I love you to Jesus, I'm pretty sure his reaction, his response is going to be I love you too. Even if you are in sin, I'm pretty sure his reaction is going to be I love you too. My Bible tells me so. Yes, that's what his reaction would be. This dude said nothing. Then I said, forgive me. And he said nothing. When it comes to forgiveness, that's what Jesus came for. So for this Jesus not to say anything, not to respond to that, oh, that proved like, I mean, the first question I asked, I love you. He didn't respond. Okay. Forgive me. No response. You are the forgiver. No response. Excuse me. That clearly tells me that this was not Jesus. And then he walked up the steps, and it's like I was beginning to follow him. I think I was about to follow him up those steps, then my dream ended. So what that means is that there's going to be a deception coming. Someone is going to come. They're going to look the part. They're probably even going to talk the part, but it's not going to be him. So saints, I just want you all to be careful. Do not put your faith in any man, any look. I don't care if that man is your preacher. Okay, I don't. I'm not trying to diss preachers or anything like that, but they are men just like us. And if we get tempted, can you imagine how bad a preacher can get tempted? Like, what is he being, like, the temptations he goes through? I mean, me and you, we're worried about ourselves and our families. He has to worry about the whole flock. So can you imagine what's going through his head? That's why I think a lot of these preachers and stuff, they end up being money driven, things like that and everything, and womanizers and stuff like that. Not all of them, but to be put on that pedestal, it gives you like some authority, and not everybody can handle that. Excuse me. So saints, please just please watch out and tell others tell others to watch out because we are at the end of this thing. Saints, I am working out my salvation with fear and trembling. And I just ask you all to do the same. The one thing I want you all to do is let go of unforgiveness. If somebody, that whole forgive and forget thing, like, look, I forgive, but I don't forget. No, you need to forget because that's what God does. He forgives us and he forgets about it. You know, I don't think Satan can bring up old stuff. Really, I don't. I think the moment he does, oh, well, on December 1st, 2016, he did, oh, wait a minute. Jesus, like, oh, wait a minute. What you say it was? Okay, well, you know, 2 days after that, he asked for forgiveness and I forgave him for it. So you can't bring it up anymore. That's null and void. Next. See what I mean? And that's what I got from this dream. Like, this was not Jesus. But the look of him, the moment I saw him, I was fooled for a minute. I'm not gonna lie, I was fooled for a minute. Right now, I just pray that God, that He opens everyone's eyes, that He does not let us be deceived. Please do not let us be deceived, Lord. Jesus' name, Yeshua's name, please, Father, do not let us be deceived. Saints, it's time to pray. We're at the finish line. A lot of stuff is about to happen, and it's going to happen quick. Everything's going to change quick. So get close to God. Get your family close to God. And I'm not saying don't have fun. Go out and take your family out for a nice dinner or something. Sit around and enjoy each other because when times get bad, we're going to need to look back on those good times. My problem with me is my children, like with this tribulation thing that's going to happen. My whole thing is my children. Like, I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to them. God forbid, I don't want to see anything bad happen to them. I don't want to see that. I'm willing for it to happen to me. I'm willing for it to happen to me. Put it all on me. My family, Lord, just take them away. Just protect me. That's my prayer to God. Just protect my family, Lord. I'll do anything and everything you want me to do. I will go through the fire. Just protect my family. And if it's meant for something bad to happen to my family, God forbid, I accept that too. As much as I wouldn't want to like see anything, I mean, sometimes I just think about this stuff and I have to stop myself because me and my wife was talking about this yesterday. I'm like, our son is autistic. Like when this thing happens, he's loud and he screams and things like that. I may need to take him away with me just to keep y'all safe. And I'm like, no, I cannot leave the rest of y'all. I mean, we would just have to die together. Look, Saints, I don't want y'all to start tripping or anything or thinking about this stuff because see, it stressed me. I don't want to distress you. I love you all, but God loves you more.